Welcome to the Formatt with your boy, Matt Jackson, aka Joffrey Keller, boy. Go follow me on the Twitter, Wrestling Matt 12, and JFK a Twitter. Alright, so anyway, we are going to be talking about, as the thumbnail says, we are going to be talking about NXT from tonight. It is January 17th on a Tuesday. It is 7:53. We are about to be getting into talking about NXT. I just wanted to go ahead and start the intro now and go ahead and talk a little bit now. And I had just put up the Raw review from last night, which was the 16th, of course. I put that up and then Tuesday. So I'm going to try and do these every week. I'm going to talk about Raw, SmackDown, AEW Dynamite, AEW Rampage. Tonight is NXT. We are getting close to the premium event coming up for NXT, and it is called NXT Vengeance. I think it's Vengeance Day. It's either Vengeance Day or just Vengeance. I'm pretty sure I just heard Vengeance, but it might be Vengeance Day. Anyway, so I guess if they've already got matches booked for that, I guess I might talk about that a little bit, or I might actually just make a separate video of that. But this is the review of NXT January 17th, 2023 on a Tuesday. It's 7:54. I have 22% on my phone, and I've been tweeting out shows left and right on the Wrestling Matt 12 or Wrestling Matt podcast Twitter, and we've been getting I've been getting a lot of people following me, and it's great. I had Conan talk to me or message me, like I told you on the last couple of podcasts. Thought that was cool. And got, just been, thanks to everybody who's following me on Twitter. Appreciate it. All the wrestlers that are following me, all the wrestling podcasts that are following me. Thank you. I appreciate it. And I appreciate everybody who's following me who I'm not following back, because it's a wrestling Twitter. I'm following back wrestling Twitters, but obviously, I'm not going to be following back every fan or every person who's following me. I'm not going to follow back everybody, so I'm sorry, but I'm just going to be following back wrestling, wrestlers, wrestling podcasts. Anyway, so, talking about NXT, and this is the first 3 minutes of the show here. And that's what it is, homeboy. But like and subscribe, and they're going to be having tag team match with Axiom and Apollo Crews taking on Mellow Trick Mellow, I think it is. I don't know. We'll get into that in a little bit. I am still finishing up Law and Order SVU. It's an episode. I think I've already seen it. I'm not sure. It doesn't look that familiar. But sitting here playing some Super Animal Royale. Anyway, so like and subscribe, and I will be back with the rest of NXT, the beginning of it and all that stuff, as we get closer to Vengeance Day. Okay, so they are starting off with Mellow Trick Mellow, whatever you want to call them, Carmelo and Trick Williams, versus Axiom and Apollo Crews. So that is the first match in, and I guess we'll see how it is. Trick Mellow came out with a mask on his face, so I guess he's trying to make fun of Axiom. Who knows? Axiom is coming in with this purple and gold attire. It's really nice. Also, in the beginning of the show, at the beginning of NXT, they did show everything from NXT New Year's Evil. They did show everything that happened and all that stuff. So that was all the beginning and all the way up to this first match. Okay, so far, this match has been pretty good. Axiom's got Carmelo down. He's, at this moment, he's like, got him in a headlock or whatnot. So, they're back and forth. It's been a good match so far, but definitely will tell you what happens. But it's a pretty good match so far. 2 weeks from Saturday, I believe Vengeance Day is. Grayson Waller's got an exclusive interview tonight. This match has been freaking good. Apollo Crews and Axiom wins the match. It was a great match. Fucking phenomenal match. Now we got Tony D and Stacks doing a segment promo out in the streets of New York or something like that on this bridge. It's pretty cool. Okay, so we had Tony D and Stacks, Lorenzo Stacks, whatever his name is, something Stacks, Lorenzo, whatever. And last time we had seen this moment on NXT, it was when Tony D and Stacks, got rid of the other guy. Made him sleep with the fishes. Whatever. That was part of the, the storyline. Was that, he's sleeping with the fishes. Everybody knows what the mob does. The mob thing. Well, wait, now it's like Tony D is like the, Italian mob or something like that. And Capiche, that type of stuff. Godfather type deal. And so instead of making Stacks sleep with the fishes, like you would have thought that was going to happen, because that's what happened with the last guy that was with them, and now he's on AEW, so he's doing better than he was doing over there. But instead of that, we got swerved. We thought he was gonna, I thought the same thing. He was going to do the same thing to him, because Stacks was already ready for it. He was like, do what you got to do, Don. I know what I've done. You can do it. Whatever. Next thing you know, Tony D's like, nah. You're done being a soldier. Now you're the underboss, which means he's underneath Tony D is the boss or whatever. So he's the underboss. So we got that going on, and he gives him a jacket with the family crest, which is the tattoo that Tony D's got on his arm, is the family crest. So now you've got Stacks as the underboss, and now he's got this jacket donning. No pun intended. Donning the Don's family crest, and now he's the underboss. And now they're showing us what happened between Gigi Dolan and JC Jane in that battle royale they had to figure out who was going to be the women's next number one contender for the women's championship. And it ended up being both of them. So now we're going to have a triple threat with them, Gigi Dolan and JC Jane versus Roxanne Perez for the NXT Women's Championship. And I think that's cool. But anyway, so that's where we leave off at. And so, Tony D, you didn't get rid of this guy. No sleeping with the fishes for Stacks. You know what I'm saying? But we'll get back with you here in a minute. All right, so we're going to be, the Toxic Attraction has just walked in the building. They're looking better than ever, looking better than ever, looking awesome, looking amazing. Gigi Dolan, JC Jane, just looking amazing, walking in. And I guess when we come back from the commercial break, we'll be hearing from both of them and probably, I guess, their thoughts and everything on what has transpired and everything that's happened from last week to this week. So I guess, definitely you'll be hearing me talk about that once we get back from the commercial break. But like and subscribe as always. Much love to everybody that's watching the shows, and hopefully y'all are enjoying this one. But definitely like and subscribe. Thanks, Darlene, for following me on Twitter at Marts66 Darlene. Thank you for following me on my Lick My Plate channel or Twitter. Thank you. Okay, so we had Tiffany Stratton backstage spewing some shit. Indy Hartwell changing the locker room to her locker room to the women's locker room and kicking her out. Whatever. Okay, so who cares? And then Toxic Attraction comes to the ring and they're talking and they do a lot of talking. They talk, blah blah blah. They say how they're still a team and there's no elephant in the room. There's nothing, like, they're good. There's no animosity. They both did it together. Who cares? They're a tag team. Lyra Valkyrie comes out and she talks some shit and she comes up to the ring and they talk. And then, Toxic Attraction beats up the new girl, I just said it, the Valkyrie girl. They beat her up. And then Roxanne Perez comes down there to save her day, and Toxic Attraction gets out of the way. They dodge a bullet, and they get on what they're doing. So that's basically what happened with the Toxic Attraction's little talking segment. They came out there and told us how they are still friends and how everything's still good. So good. I didn't want them to break up yet anyway, but I do want to see Gigi Dolan on top. I do want to see her the women's champion, but if not, whatever. But yeah. So that's that. That is like the first. Let's see, the first. I don't even know right now, but it's been on for a minute. So so I'll get back to you in a minute. Because now we're backstage with the Diamond Mind, which is the brothers and the Creed brothers. They're talking about who wants Jinder. They both want to have Jinder Mahal. They both want to fight Jinder Mahal and all that. So they're back there, training and stuff like normal. But yeah. So hashtag Wwe Nxt. Anyway, so that's backstage. Like and subscribe. Follow us on Twitter, Wrestling Matt 12. Um, yeah. So anyway, and Cash App. All big letters. JFKILLAH. Anyway, so let's get it. Okay, so they argued a little bit or whatever, and then Ivy Neal came in and was just like, y'all need to get back to being the Creed brother. Enough with this stuff. I don't like what's going on here. Y'all should get back to normal. Be the Creed brothers again. Stop this, stop that, blah, blah, blah. They both want to have Jinder Mahal, but she's like, I knew that if you lose the Jinder, that this was going to start, and y'all get back and forth, blah, blah, blah. Let's get it back together. Let's get the Creed brothers back together. That's what she's saying. And Ivy's right. And one of them's like, yeah, she's got a good deal. She's got a good, yeah, good point. And now they're showing us a little video package on Alba Fire and probably the Isla Dawn thing. So that's up next. They're just showing us a little video package of that. Never mind. She's coming out to the ring. I thought it was going to be a video package. I paused it for a minute just so I could talk without getting copyright infringement. But anyway, I thought it was going to be a video package at first, but it's not. Definitely, she's coming out for a match, but I guess I'll let you know in a minute. Okay, so Alba Fire is fighting the fastest rising women's superstar right now, Soruka. And I can't wait for it. It's going to be a great match. So New Girl versus Alba Fire, which she's new too, but she's from NXT UK. So hopefully this is a good match. We'll tell you a lot about it. Well, maybe not a lot about it, but I'll tell you what I tell you about it in a minute. Alright, so they just totally was just like showing us old clips of like WrestleMania Goes Hollywood. The last time we went, and some Batista moments, like he had a Big Show, like when he did his, like he's like, "You talking to me?" and then the mic hits him in the head. Just all that, just like outtakes is what they were, little funny outtakes, and yeah. So they showed us that, and now we've got this our favorite streamer. Who the hell is this Stevie Turner girl? I'm trying not to give her any, attention, but she keeps popping up on my screen during NXT. I just want to know what's with this thing. Is she a wrestler? And why is she my favorite streamer? Why is that? Why? No, not my favorite streamer. But anyway, yeah, so we have that. So I guess I'll tell you more about it. I don't know if it's going to be anything about it or not, or if I'm going to have anything more to say about it. It's probably not going to be nothing about it because it's dumb. It's just dumb. Anyway, so yeah, we had that showing about the WrestleMania thing. We have this Stevie Turner. I said her name again. I have no clue. Okay, so Stevie Turner is a wrestler. And so I don't know what to take from it because she's basically like giving her reactions to the Battle Royal from last week. So she's watching it kind of like a streamer would, the people that do reaction videos or podcasts or anything like that, reviews or anything like that. I feel like it's basically, yeah, it's directed towards that type of thing. And so she, and that's what she says. She says if she was in it, she would have won it. Which, why weren't you in it, woman? If you wanted to be in it, so why wasn't she in it? She could have been in it. She could have won it. We wouldn't have this double people problem right now, like we do. And we wouldn't have that right now, would we? Or Soruka should have won it. And that's my segue. Soruka is the next match coming up. And she's facing Alba Fire. So let's get back to the show. This match has been being. This match is so good right now. This island. Sol Ruka versus Alba Fire. Freaking amazing match going on right now. And then the next thing you know, damn, there's Isla Dawn, and you see her, and it distracts Alba Fire, and Sol Ruka comes off the top rope for something and hits her with that, and that's where we're at right now. It has been such an amazing match. Sol Ruka, you got my vote, baby. Going places. And oh my Jesus, Sol Ruka won. Sol Ruka won the match. I'm excited, man. I like her a lot. So congratulations, Sol Ruka. You just beat Alba Fire, and that's pretty dope. All right, that's dope. All right, so that match with Sol Ruka and Alba Fire, that was a great match because the move that Sol Ruka used, or as they wanted to call her, Sol Rika, I don't know why he called her that, but it was an inverted, like, RKO off the top of the rope. Like, she did an inward flip or something and landed in an RKO, and then it was a big back bump for her. But anyway, Donovan Dijak is talking now. He's talking about last week's New Year's Eve. That's what he's doing backstage. It's like a promo deal for him. Okay, so Dijak was backstage, and doing it wherever he was at, doing his little promo deal, and he was talking about how Wesley's days of being the champion are numbered, and how he's probably just too stupid to just give him the belt. He's gonna fight, like defend it, And so Donovan Dijak to me is coming off like the new Karrion Kross of NXT. I don't know why, but he just is. But he said it's not going to be Vengeance Day, because this is going to happen Vengeance Day. So he was like, it's not going to be your Vengeance Day. This is going to be your Judgment Day. And I'm like, oh, shit. This is going to be good. So Wesley versus Dijak at Vengeance. And yeah, definitely going to be talking about that show. That's a no-brainer. So there will be definitely a podcast, or a review about that. So definitely happening. Anyway, so this has been a great NXT so far. So now we're going to be getting into, Justice to be served. Okay, so we got a Grayson Waller interview backstage where he was talking about how he would have been the NXT champion if the ropes wouldn't have broke on him and all that stuff. And I believe him. I mean, that knee that he gave to Braun Breaker was heavy. That was a heavy knee. I couldn't believe he didn't get it off that. But if he would have been able to go for the Waller elbow, I think so. I think he would have been able to get it. I think if he would have got his last move in, I think he would have had Braun Breaker last Tuesday. But this NXT Vengeance Day is looking good. It's going to be Braun Breaker and Grayson Waller going up against each other at Vengeance Day. It's going to be great in a steel cage. It's going to be fantastic. Live Saturday, February 4th. So definitely, I guess I'll put out my thoughts on that. Yeah. So anyway, yeah. So, or maybe I don't know. But anyway, or maybe I predicted in this video. I don't know. But anyway, so that's what it was backstage with Grayson Waller. I believe him. So I want Grayson Waller to be champion now. I don't know why. All right, now we have Gallus. Gallus is walking through the door. Mark Coffey and Wolfgang walking through the door. Now we have Brooke Jensen and Briggs coming in the door as well. I guess they're going to fight tonight. So stay tuned. Tonight's NXT has been really good. I've liked it so far. It's been alright. Sol Ruka winning. That was a good one. Anyway, so Mellow don't miss Generation of Jade. Let me tell you. This show is brought to you by ice cream sandwiches, sparkling water, and like sheesh from the Pizza Hut. Okay, so we have Caden Carter and Katana, whatever her name is, Casey Catanzaro, really, but something Katana something. Anyway, they were back there talking. They had to get Alba Fire off of a referee. She had the baseball bat into the referee's throat. I guess she was beating up the referee backstage or whatever. I don't know. Go Alba Fire. Anyway, so they were talking to her and they were trying to get her head straight and all that stuff like that. But then Alba Fire is like, yeah, I can't win these matches, blah, blah, blah. I can't get my head straight. But she was like, I'm going to come for y'all. I want that tag team title. And she was like, she didn't need a partner that she can just take them out herself and take the championship. So, more fire to you. But that'd be cool if, like, say, Isla Dawn and Kaylee Ray say this whole time it was going to, you know, that Isla Dawn was just trying to get her to, I don't know, to join her. I don't know. That would be a good tag team. Let's do that. Let's do that. WWE. Alba Fire, Isla Dawn. Tag team. Book it. Send it on through. Let them win the tag team titles. Let's get it going good. We have a video package on Tyler Bate again. I don't know why, but yeah, that's going on. Josh Briggs and Brooke Jensen are going up against somebody. Alright, they are facing Gallus, Wolfgang, and Mark Coffey. So yeah, like and subscribe if you've made it this far into the show, mate. You love this show, mate. It's Rocco here. Rocco's here. I'm gonna go talk to fucking Heifer and Philbert. Probably gonna watch some Rocco's Modern Life after this. Yeah. So like and subscribe, like I said. Yeah, Rocco. It's Rocco. You say Heifer. So, Brooks Jensen and all that, the Kunk Punchbowl Band, the Brooke Jensen and all that, they lost to the other team. So, they lost. Yeah. So, that's what happened. Dude's leg got hurt. Yeah. And some other stuff just happened. Some Chase University crap happened I don't like. So, yeah, Chase University crap. And all that, and Duke Hudson's in some hot water with them. Oh, I'm so scared of Chase. Oh. Andre Chase, who cares, man? Chase University on that beat. Oh, that's so stupid. So, like and subscribe, and go follow Joe Gacy and Chris Jericho and Jade Cargill. And we'll be back with you shortly. So, Thea Hale wins, whatever her name is. Thea Hale, whatever. Her name, she wins her match. I wanted to go get something to eat. I had it on pause, man. And came back and it was off pause. So I kind of missed that match, which I'm kind of glad because I don't really care anyway. I'll pull a Jim Cornette and just skip right over it. Anyway, so we have Carmelo Hayes and Trick Daddy. Trick Williams leaving, I'm guessing. Oh my lord, people. Oh my god. They just mentioned someone dying on NXT just now, and I went and looked it up on who they mentioned, and they mentioned the 38-year-old Jay Briscoe from the Briscoe Brothers, Ring of Honor Tag Team Champion with Mark Briscoe. Jay Briscoe dies in a car accident. Announced the news on January 18th. How do you announce the news on January 18th when it's January 17th? That doesn't make any sense. It says, President Owner Tony Khan announced the news on January 18th. He stated that he'd do whatever he could for the Briscoe family, but how did he do that on the 18th when it's the 17th? It must be a misprint or something like that. But anyway, so Jay Briscoe dies at 38. What the fuck? This is ridiculous. Jammin' Pug. Is that his real name? Yeah, Jammin' Pug dies. Fuck, man. Now we got Electric Lopez backstage and whatnot. But anyway, so that sucks to say. Jay Briscoe died. Car accident. Okay, so since we've had that little bit of sad news, we have Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. They're the NXT champions, and they're standing in the ring, and they're talking pretty deadly. They're bickering back and forth, bickering, and then Gallus comes out, and Gallus is coming out. They do their thing, and everybody talks, and everybody does a bunch of crazy stuff. They don't care. They just talk. Probably like Gallus wants to fight or something like that. It's just a bunch of talking, but yeah. Alright, that was the backstage interviews with Braun Breaker because he did one with Grayson Waller. Now we have this, whatever his name is. I don't even care. This dude's singing in the middle of a ring. No one cares. Javi, Bobby, Body, Javi. I don't care. Anyway, so he's out there singing and playing guitar like Elias. So we got Elias wannabe, and we got Tyler Bate coming out. Probably to beat him up. So we got Tyler Bate to come out here and beat him up. Okay, so Tyler Bate beat him, and next week we're going to have Roxanne Perez and that Valkyrie girl versus Toxic Attraction. But yeah, Tyler Bate won. And when he hit him with the power bomb, he hit him like he landed on his head. So it's kind of a crazy one. Kind of an insane move he just pulled off. You know what I'm saying, dog? And so, yeah. Then we had Brooks and Jetson in the back and all that. And the Chase University going, oh, they cheering for her for winning and all that stuff. We see all the matches we have booked for Vengeance Day and all that stuff. The cowboy looking guys, they talk backstage, blah blah blah. Yeah, we have Lila Valkyrie and Roxanne Perez versus Toxic Attraction right now, and I guess it's gonna be a good match. Let's see. Okay, so that match was pretty damn good, man. But JC Jane accidentally kicked Gigi Dolan and they lost. So Toxic Attraction lost, Perez and what's her name won. So that is the format. And that has been your boy, Matt Jackson. And that has been the format. And we're out like Elvis Presley. And we're bada bing and bada booming all over this place. So like and subscribe. And we are out like Elvis Presley. See ya. Bye.